Alrighty then, welcome back guys. Today we have a treat. We are going to be looking at my annual training video from a couple of summers ago. And I tried to do this on my old PC. I wanted to do this video a long time ago, but my old PC was not handling it. The video was lagging and I didn't have a mic or anything like that. So I got some new equipment and hopefully it's much better. The other reason why this footage is really good is because it was taken by our unit photographer. So Sergeant Hengel, she is a professional photographer. I will leave her website down in the description. She does professional photography and videography. So she took all of the footage and she edited all of the footage. Our annual training, this was June, July time, and she played it at the unit at our Christmas party. So she spent a ton of time on it. I know she's done music videos. So if you are near or around South or Central Minnesota area, she is based out of Rochester, Minnesota. I'll leave her website down in the description below. All right, so let's check it out. And I'll kind of just let you guys know what's going on a little bit, tell you about the mission as the video plays. It's not a super long video, so let's check it out. A lot of the people in the unit didn't really like this annual training because we actually convoyed from southern Minnesota, from our armory to western South Dakota. So this was a pretty big mission. A bunch of different states around the country had units that came and participated in this training exercise. So we convoyed all the way out there. The main mission was to bring firewood from a state park in South Dakota to one of the Indian reservations, so they would have firewood over the winter to heat their homes. And these army engineers, they're the ones that cut the trees down. They told us that they had cut them down the year prior and then they have to leave them sit for a long period of time and then test them afterwards for bugs and whatnot. So we basically just brought our trucks over there. They loaded us up, and then we had to do load securement. But this was the main mission of the annual training, was getting firewood from the state park to the Indian reservation. And we didn't take as many loads as they were telling us we were going to. So this was only a day or two of our 2-week annual training. Convoying to and from the state park took about 3 days each way, so 6 days of 2 weeks. 2 days of transporting this lumber and brush. We had about 3 days of MWR, or kind of like off time, different activities. We went to Mount Rushmore. Went to a local park with restaurants and whatnot. Went into a town and hung out with, whatever your group of friends were. There are a couple of parts in here, guys, that I will have to sort of edit out. One of them was right there. Some things that were either sort of out of regulation or maybe not the most professional things to be thrown up on YouTube for the Army, right? So this was a award ceremony for our company. The brigade commander and CSM for this mission, I think from the South Dakota National Guard, you know, came in, and for each unit around the states, you know, they gave these awards for, you know, people going above and beyond, cooks or whatnot. Our unit had cooks, admin. We're a transportation unit, but you know, we have other people in there as well. So our cooks went and set up with all the other cooks from other units. You know, they set up kind of a makeshift DFAC out in the park here. This was kind of our war day training. We had like 2 days of kind of war training, right? And for any like criticism from, you know, people that are in the Army or what have you, just try to remember, you know, we're in the National Guard. We only do really big training, like, you know, once a year, a couple times a year maybe. Our regular weekend drills sometimes don't consist of a whole lot, right? We got to do all the paperwork and PowerPoints that the, you know, active duty big Army has all year to do, right? And we only meet 12 times a year, so for those in the National Guard or Reserves, they know what I'm talking about. PowerPoints, stuff like that. And at the very end, there's a hilarious clip that I wanted to send into America's Funniest Home Videos. I'll explain and you'll see why, but shoot, that's at the very end. There was another edit I had to do there. A lot of our evenings consisted of this, man, and this, you know, this is some of the people's favorite stuff, you know, just hanging out, the camaraderie, bonding with the unit, right? Everything's not like super duper, you know, hoorah, training, serious, you know, you have some fun out there. So that was a super good time. And actually, really, so you can't see here, but this is me. I'm chasing a white-tailed deer that's kind of just over this crest. But something that's not on the footage is there was a ton of bison and deer all around this state park that we were in. And so the ground, you can't see it in any of the footage, but the ground is just full of huge cow turds, basically. And so, you know, playing football, or even where we set up our tents and whatnot, you know, we had our tents above our cots, mostly everybody for the most part, but pretty much, you know, you'd be surprised. The grass, this whole area is just covered in droppings. It's kind of funny. I mean, you know, they're dried out, you know, cow pies or whatever. So, hey, you know, it's the Army. It is what it is. You can kind of see the deer there right in the back there in the crest. So, right here, you can probably guess what's going to happen, but this is me and my buddy here on the left. The woman was the lady that worked there, but you can kind of see from his white shirt, Cullen, he had already fallen in once. So this was one of our team leaders. So this was on one of the MWR days, right? We're in, you know, civilian clothing. we're at a park, and me and Cullen wanted to go, you know, kayaking or canoeing, whatever this is. But he had already fallen in once when our team leader, Sergeant Kerwin here, started filming this on his phone, and it was just absolutely hilarious, man. The canoe filled up with water. Yeah. We did end up making it out there, me and him. It started raining, so we weren't out for very long, but I mean, it started storming, so they called us in. But yeah, that's the video, guys, man. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the quality is not too bad. My microphone, the actual footage and the music and everything, again, that was Sergeant Hengel. She did an absolutely fabulous job. Again, she has her own studio, you know, professional photographer. She's done music videos. So if you are, again, in and around the Twin Cities, you know, even in, you know, Wisconsin or Northern Iowa, she's in Rochester, Minnesota. And yeah, I'd highly recommend you have any photos and even videos. Again, like I said, she's done a couple music videos for people. And the quality is, she does a really great job. So I hope you guys liked it, man. That was awesome. The camaraderie and the memories that brings back is really fun. It's great stuff. So we'll catch you in the next one. And as always, guys, God bless.